Hey guys, I'm here to do your June 1st through the 15th, 2018 readings. We're going to get some advice from your spirit guides on the 2-week time frame. We are going to get some advice on work, on love, and we're also going to see what your spirit animal will be for those 2 weeks. Some things to keep in mind with astrology for the month of June is that we start out the month with a grand water trine. And this is going to be between Venus, Neptune, and Jupiter. And with that, we are urged to embrace the emotions that we're feeling and be patient with ourselves. It's okay if you notice that things that typically don't bother you are affecting you. There's a reason for that. A lot of times something from the past that you thought was dead and gone, those emotions, something is stirred and you're forced to work through those emotions all over again. We also have a full moon in Gemini on the 13th, and that is going to bring about a sense of optimism. There's going to be some new plans, some new ideas. You're going to be a social butterfly. It's really an energy to embrace, because if you have that deep passion from the water trine and you have that emotion, you can put that into the optimism and the new plans, the new ideas that you have, and create some really beautiful things. Then moving forward in the month, we get a little bit of boost in our love lives thanks to Venus moving into Leo, and it's going to help have those conversations that really touch our souls, that are at such a deeper level than we're used to, and something that we've really been hoping for a while. There's a strong connection that is discovered that once you're able to let out your true emotions and you're able to express them, there's a truth that is revealed, and it can just bring a sense of relief and security and comfort. Moving forward, we have Mars going retrograde on the 26th. This is where we need to tap the brakes and maybe not jump into a new adventure, a new business, a new relationship. During this time, those can start really strong and then fizzle out just as quickly. And there is also an urge to have patience when it comes to communication as well. During this time, you don't want to be the first to pull the trigger on that confrontational discussion that you've been wanting to have. If something has been building up inside of you, now is not the time during Mars retrograde to let that out. The first to fire is going to be the first to fall. And we finish out the month with a full moon in Capricorn. So overall, going to be a fantastic month. There's so many opportunities to really embrace this transformation that we've all been going through and start to see the light, start to see the results come into fruition for all of the hard work, all of the what the fucks that we have been enduring over the past 6 months or so. This is going to be another month where when we leave the month, when we end the month, we can say, all right, this is good. We can see the light. We can see where we're headed. And it looks a whole hell of a lot better than where we've been stuck for the past however long. I really hope that you guys enjoy the readings, and I will see you again in 2 weeks. Thank you. Hi, Pisces. We are going to do your June 2018 reading. Contrary to the opening portion with the astrology, we're going to go ahead and cover the whole month. So, as I'm sure you guys know, I've had some technological difficulties, and it's caused me to have to redo all of my readings. re-record. And as I was reviewing the cards that I had pulled from your previous reading, you guys never cease to amaze me. I felt like everything was so outdated and it was just a week ago. But yet you guys are such a go with the flow, take care of things, fast moving energy that I was like, this is old news. So went ahead and remeditated, and you guys have an amazing spread. One of the things that I noticed just by looking at your cards is there's a few colors that are repetitive. Purple, orange, yellow. So I think as we continue through this month of June, really focusing on balancing and clearing out your crown chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus. There's a lot of different tools that you can research to reset all of those. Me being the smartass that I am, I would suggest, I don't know, like if your intuition is telling you to go be a little risque out in nature, you can take care of all three in one shot. So that's my advice, but you go ahead and see whatever works best for you. Starting out with your affirmations deck, I'd just like to point out also, normally each sign has 2 cards for all the categories. And then there's Pisces. Pisces has 3 cards for the affirmation, 3 cards for your work and career, 3 cards for your love and relationships. So hopefully by the end of this video we are going to have not very much left to question, Pisces. So generosity, forgiveness, and get centered. What do you give generously to? What do you make an effort to be sure that things stay in the right flow? What is it that you put a lot of time and effort into? The suggestion or the example on one of the cards is about not being the person to mess up the wave in the crowd at the stadium. But with you, Pisces, you when you don't agree with something, or you don't agree with the situation, the subject at hand, whatever it is, it's almost like you shapeshift into the honey badger, and you simply don't give a shit if you stop the flow of the wave, because you're not about to go along with something just because everybody else is. However, If everybody else is going around really consciously working on forgiving themselves, forgiving others, relishing in the inner peace that brings, why are you stumbling with that, Pisces? Why? Maybe once you are able to reset your intuition and your stability and your passion, you'll be able to more easily forgive yourself and forgive others. You normally don't waste time carrying around a grudge, and if you do, you certainly don't talk about it. But maybe it's time to let the cat out of the bag and be done with it. Sometimes our world feels like the first day of school and you are the teacher of the kindergarten class. You have people of all ages, parents and students alike, scared, crying, emotional, pissing their pants, and you're like, holy cow. Overload, abort, abort. That's when you need to take the time to go get centered. And being a water sign like you are, there's not many more things that are as effective as being out in nature. Grab your fishing pole, grab your kayak, just go sit at the lake, watch the water, the reflections that come across the water, the clouds that are above the water, and all the wildlife that are around. That's where you are at your center. Your spirit guides have offered 2 cards from the Native Spirit deck. This is my absolute favorite deck, and yes, I'm going to say it in every single reading because I can't get over it. Look at how freaking gorgeous those cards are. I mean, wow. Walking in Beauty, Spirit of Fire. With Walking in Beauty, your spirit guides are really pushing for you to understand that you are beautiful just the way you are. No matter your age, your history, your weight, your financial status, your employment status, your grace is growing. With every experience, it grows. They also ask if you are wondering if a certain job or relationship is right for you. And they say that just know that when you're in the right relationship with the world around you, your inner being will be a beautifully balanced experience. So if you feel like you are a beautifully painted, serene picture like on the card when you're thinking about a certain job or relationship, then yeah, keep trucking ahead, because that's the right one. If you are thinking about a certain job or situation, relationship, whatever, and it makes you feel like you're the kindergarten teacher on the first day of school, you'd probably dip out. Check you later. It ain't working for you. Spirit of fire. This one is where they want to light a fire under you. And so they say, take risks, face your fears, try something you would have never even considered before. Every time you allow for a new experience, you get closer to breaking free from your own self-limiting beliefs and circumstances. So, Pisces, rather than sitting there spinning in circles, swimming in the circle like your sign, take a right instead of a left. Decide that you're going to put some passion back into your life, some excitement back into your life. You want your ticker to get beaten pretty good every once in a while. Not that stability isn't good, or, you know, not having too many surprises isn't a positive, but it also leads to maybe simply living in a comfort zone that doesn't have as much passion or excitement. And we all know how that turns out. Your work and career. This is another one. You guys got 3 cards in. So 2 of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the Hierophant in reverse. This is fantastic. Love this. So the 2 of Pentacles. This asks, like, are you considering taking a risk? There's no need to run around in your comfort zone like a chicken with your head cut off, when if you could just take a risk, step out, take that risk, you could have a serene sense of stability, rather than working so hard and being so exhausted to have that same sense of stability. So before you jump to conclusions with the Judgment card as to what the outcome of any situation is going to be, we're going to challenge you to stop. Ask yourself, is this the old me talking? Is this my old fears? Is this my own deep-seated self-limiting belief system coming back into play, or is this a legit, realistic, possible outcome? Allow for all of your hard work to pay off. You guys have went through a lot lately, and it wasn't like it all just fell into place just because. You guys all made some real hard decisions lately and put forth so much effort to make a conscious decision to shift your life into a lane that offers more happiness, more confidence, more joy. The oddball is this Hierophant in reverse. So, I don't know, I mean, if you want to get down to the details, everybody else has clothes on, and he's this odd character who doesn't have a shirt on, and he's got a horse's ass. What's confusing you, Pisces? You know that little refrigerator game? It's like Farmer Tad or something, and it's, you can put the two little farm animals together, and it's like when my kids would put the duck and the cow together, and it would just be like this unnerving, obnoxious quacking and mooing, and there was no harmony in it whatsoever. That's what this makes me feel like. Like, why are you so on edge? What's confusing you? I mean, it's so unlike you guys. I mean, when a Pisces makes a decision, it's like, oh, flip that switch. It's so baffling to me, and I can find myself almost being jealous of your ability to be like, yeah, well, that's what I decided, and that's that. You're so definitive, but there's something that's just tripping you up. It's so unlike you to go against or argue with your gut. So what the Hierophant in reverse is urging you to do is just be true to you. Be true to what your intuition is telling you, and let the rest go. Free yourself of it. Love and relationships. Opportunity, balance, conflict. Kind of the same theme, huh? So if you can stop dwelling on your past decisions, because in all reality, every single experience in the past has made you who you are today. And you're pretty fucking awesome. So find some balance. In the dark is where the most faint light, like just that little glimmer, is noticed. So install a dimmer switch on your subconscious and allow yourself to notice those little things. Balance them out. Don't dwell on them. And this conflict card. This is kind of another one like the Hierophant. Like, what the hell, Pisces? Settle that dispute, that argument, or stop contemplating with your head and your heart, so you can release whatever it is with your job, with your relationship, with whatever it is in life. I mean, it's coming up in all areas of your life, all areas of your reading right now. Let it go so you can get rid of that stress and anxiety and get back to that free-flowing, swimming in a nice, calm circle like you guys do. With your spirit animal, you have the deer. And it's almost as if I'm going to be a broken record when I explain this card, because you see in your affirmations deck how you have the forgiveness. Walking in Beauty talked about forgiving yourself. The Two of Pentacles, the Judgment, and the Hierophant all talk about acceptance and being who you are and being okay with that and forgiving the rest. And then you have your Balance card, your Conflict card. So it might not be too surprising to know that the Deer reminds us that even though we are our own worst critic, and we're the only ones, you guys are the only ones who openly allow yourself to undermine your confidence or your sense of self-acceptance, your decisions that you've made. Anybody else would question that and you'd be like, Shanique will hold my earrings while I go take care of this. But when it's you doing it, then it's okay. But if you understand that you are also the only ones who can make the purposeful and conscious choice to be still, tap into your intuition, see the adjustments that need to be made, understand that it's just continuing to make you an even better version of yourself, and finding that inner peace. I mean, look at how deer hunters approach their hunt. You wake up real early, you walk what seems like forever, and then you go sit. And after you've caught your breath from carrying all of the heavy equipment on your back for so long, and your thighs are burning because you just had to walk through all of this tall grass and whatever the hell else you walk through to get to a deer stand or deer blind, and then you sit. And God forbid if you make a peep. So if you are willing to do that when you're deer hunting, why don't you use that same approach to find your own inner peace, to find your own wall hanger version of you. I absolutely love you guys, Pisces. You are some of the most inspiring, knowledgeable, and realistic people I have ever had the blessing, legit blessing of knowing and being friends with. You guys have an amazing heart. You're not afraid to dish out the truth every once in a while. And you're pretty slow to judgment. So take that same approach that you offer to your friends and use that with the man in the mirror. I hope you guys have an amazing June, and I will see you again in July. Have a lovely one, Pisces.